Oregon State Police are working to identify a victim of the Jackson County Almeda Fire. It released a composite sketch of a person this month to help identify who that victim is. The techniques used to develop that person's image involve genetic science. OSP's state forensic anthropologist, Dr. Nici Vance, joins us now. Thanks very much for being here to help us out and explain exactly what you've been able to find.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's good to be here.
So what type of information can you get from the DNA analysis you've done so far on this victim?
Well, the genetic analysis that we did on this particular victim gave us a lot of information. He was unrecognizable because of the wildfire, and so we were able to glean from his genetics that he was an African-American male. We now know his skin color, his eye color, his hair color, and we know his ancestry too. We know he comes from West Africa, South Africa, and a little bit of Northern European genetic admixture there. So we've gleaned a lot of information. It's what we would call an investigative tool, and so we still need to continue this investigation to determine exactly who he is.
At this point, the information that you have, has it determined any leads that pointed you in a specific direction about that person's identity?
It has. In addition to those physical characteristics that we were able to predict based on his genetics, we've also uploaded his DNA into a genetic genealogy website. And so we have a professional genealogist who is working with the family trees that he may be associated with to try and find connections and associations. We haven't found one quite yet on a genetic genealogy website, but we're still working very hard to try that.
Are there any other genetic tests or DNA analysis that can be done since you haven't received necessarily what you need at this point?
There are. We're doing also, in addition to the two genetics testing that we've talked about so far, we're also doing what's called a classic STR testing, which will go into the national database. And that will, again, get compared to everyone who's in that national database, missing persons, family members, unidentified persons that may have had samples submitted to that database also. So we're really doing a lot of genetic work to try and identify this person by their first and last name.